like, here's the reality, right? Like, you're a travel nurse, you're an RN, you've done a bunch of schooling for that, you probably make good money. I've heard travel nurses make a lot of pretty good money. Nurses in general make good money. I don't think, like, you're going to be able to outcompete, like, a woman who's more physically attractive who works at Chick-fil-A. I'm not saying that to be insulting, but, like, a man will prioritize, like, a woman's...
Unemployed is what we want.
Well, they want
Even
someone
unemployed.
feminine, like in their feminine energy. And
Men want that?
yeah, men.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not just all about looks. I mean, men do care about being feminine, bringing peace, like you have a good positive disposition, these sorts of things. But, like, women will sort of almost project, okay, I find these traits attractive in men. I find status, dominance, etc., these things attractive in men. Ergo, men must similarly find these same traits attractive in women, but it's not the case. So women will perhaps sometimes confuse, in a sort of confused way, pursue a career or pursue status, thinking, once I get enough status, once I get here in my career, I will become more attractive to men. It's actually not the case. In fact, as you get more money, as you earn more money, as you get more status, your pool shrinks. Not really so much from the male side of it, but because you now need men to either match or out earn you. You need men to have similar prestige, similar status to you. You often hear this with women. I need a man who makes as much or more than me. So typically, once men, the more money a man makes, the more status he makes, his dating pool opens. The more money and status a woman gets, her dating pool shrinks.
That's messed up.
Why is that messed up?
Well, because a guy, I guess, should be making more money than his wife if you want to have like a traditional family.
Right, but so that used to not be hard when women were not participating to the same degree in the labor pool. So it's very easy to be economically attractive as a man to women if the woman didn't work. And you used to be able to raise a family on one income. That's no longer the case, though. So what was the way men typically, at least in the past, made themselves attractive to women? By being providers. Now, women don't need men in that same way because you're making your own money. So then you start looking at other things that will make you attracted to him that have nothing to do with providing necessarily, because you can still provide for yourself. So I think it used to be in the past, oh, okay, he can provide for me, then that's good, I guess. But anyways, ultimately, most men, if given the option, will date the 21-year-old hottie who works at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru over the 31-year-old, I guess still good-looking, but lawyer woman. Agree? Disagree?
That's true.
Agree? Disagree? You disagree?
Maybe it's a difference between Europe and America.
It's got to
really
be the
don't
same
know.
in Europe.
Should we move?
It's for sure the same in Europe.
I really don't. I think there's a lot more nuance. I think there's a lot of
your
men,
countries are pretty
like you
liberal,
say.
though. Like your countries are very liberal, like those European countries. It is a bit of a different vibe there. But in saying that, a lot of countries in Europe are also very Christian
there's
as well.
very
So oftentimes
traditional
the
countries.
girls will live at home until they're married, and take the whole traditional route as well. So it's a mixed bag over there. It's not like they're all
Maybe
just.
the area where I live, indeed. In
Oh, Holland is very liberal. It's falling apart, if I'm honest. They're going to be underwater hopefully soon.
Okay.
So, like,
He's just like, screw off.
well, they're pretty good. They're pretty good engineers over there.
Yeah, no,
They
they're
figured
good.
it
Sorry,
out.
they're good farmers. We need their farming. That's about it.
Like I think the perspective where guys will factor in, like your job, is, I mean, it could be a component insofar as he's like, okay, well, I want to start a family. Like it will have certain, it'll benefit the family if she's earning enough. But like in terms of attraction, it's not the same between men and women. Like a girl will be really attracted. Like I'm trying to think. Like guys can make up for deficits in other realms with status and with money. It's not so much the case for women that they can make up for their deficits in terms of what men care about when it comes to attraction, which, I mean, the big thing is obviously
Youth, beauty, and fertility, you
Yeah.
can't really make up for it.
yeah.
With status and money.
So again, I would argue most men, if given the option, they'll pick a 21-year-old who works at Chick-fil-A over a 31-year-old who's an attorney. Every single time. Agree or disagree?
I think often, not every single time.
Do you think that for men of all ages?
I'd say often as well. Often, yeah. I'd
Well,
say
okay,
I've
sure,
met
it's
a lot
not
of outliers.
It's not every single time, but you know, it's let's just say it's the majority.
But a lot of the
Most
guys
men
in
would
these
make that
countries
pick.
are like institutionalized with liberalism, you know, and they'd be just as shocked as they are to hear about these.
Well, I suppose like they've been propagandized and brainwashed
Exactly.
to some degree, but
In Australia, it's rampant.
in terms of like their like knee-jerk initial like what they're attracted to, I'm sure
Yeah.
you'd agree, even
Yeah.
with the brainwashing,
Definitely.
they're still going to be more attracted to the 21-year-old who works at Chick-fil-A than the 31-year-old master's degree attorney, whatever.
But everyone feels like they need to self-censor these days, and that they'd be called out for saying anything else. So guys just won't go with what they actually believe.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Word.
Rough times.
Okay, let's see here. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. We went around the table about what they bring to the table. I think, right? Did you answer that
No.
question? I think we got
Yeah,
you.
I answered.
What do you bring to the table?
I'd say I'm very understanding.
Of cheating.
No, I'm very understanding. I would like to think I'm pretty nice, hardworking. I don't know. I'm good at communicating, and I feel like that's very important in a relationship. So if they want to talk about something, I feel like it's my job to make them feel like they're understood. And yeah, I'm like trying to think, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll read a couple chats here.